Hello, comrade. Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Glorious Leader Orbital Potato. In this episode, it is all about spending that money. Yes, in the last episode, we prepared quite an extensive amount of infrastructure investment. We planned it all out. It's all ready to be built. It's literally just a question of pressing the play button, the unpause button right there, and we will be off to the races. However, before we do that, I think it's important to talk a little bit about what I've done in the time between episodes. So since then, I've basically set up a electrification system for all of the plumbing stations, as I mentioned I would. I've also set up a little substation over here because I had neglected to zone out a you can just see it there. Hold on. Yeah, right there. I think I'd neglected to zone out a substation for the oil refinery area, so that's going to be quite nice. Anyway, this episode will be obviously concerned with the pressing the unpause button, but more than that, we want to make sure that we set up all of the buses and all of the trains that we're going to need to bus people from Potatograd out to the oil refinery. We're also going to want to make sure that all of the oil is working properly, and we are hopefully going to start making our first ruble in this episode. That's the game plan anyway. Okay, also, before we get started, I would like to hear your predictions. What do you think the total cost of all of this building will be? I'm personally not sure, but yes, please comment right now down below how much you think this is gonna cost, because I'm very, very curious to see what everyone's read of the situation is gonna be. If I had to pick a number, I would say about 4.5 million rubles, right? So I'm betting at the end of this we're going to have about 5.5 million rubles to go. That's my bet. Also, it's going to be very, very interesting to see if I've messed stuff up, or if there's any problems with the train network, or any issues with the road network, or any buildings that haven't been built. Anyway, the point is, let's do this. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous. All right, 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh my goodness, the game is lagging. Okay, the game seemingly has recovered. Okay, that's pretty good. So already a lot of money has been spent, but it looks like the majority of stuff has been built. The oil refinery, which I think is the individually most expensive building here, has not been built as of yet. Okay, let's take a little pause and have a little look. Have we got voltage and wattage coming in? Yes, we do indeed. So we should have power. Yes, we've got power. Perfect. We've got power at the oil refineries. We've got power all the way down here. Looks like it. Yep. Now you can see all of the little substations that I built along this network. That's powered. That's powered. Perfect. That doesn't really need to be powered, but it is powered. So there we go. This should be powered as well. Perfect. Ooh, the connection hasn't been made over there, so that's something that I can fix right now. That'll need to go there. And that'll need to go there. Perfect. We need to set you to store fuel and you to store bitumen. Not like it really makes much of a difference. But there we go. Okay, so the oil refinery I think costs, is it 2,500,000, I should say. But apart from that, it looks like everything has been built relatively smoothly. Okay, so it looks like my estimation of 4.5 million rubles to build all of that infrastructure was vastly overblown. But you know what? That's just a guess, so I'm not too worried about it. Still got the oil refinery to go, so there's a good chance that it might be that might take us under 8 million rubles. Anyway, that is pretty darn good going. I'm not too unhappy with that. Yeah. That's pretty good. That is pretty darn good. Wow, look at this. It's all glorious. So we're pumping oil, and we should see oil accumulating in this tank right over here. Yes, we do indeed. That is perfect. That is exactly what we want to see. We're probably going to add more oil pumps in due course, but for now, I'm not super worried about it. What I really would like to do is get buses and trains sorted. So let's do it right now. Okay, cool. Roads first. Let's start with roads. Let's get a roads vehicles depot. Do we already have a roads vehicle depot? We might have built one earlier. I don't think so. We built bus stops. Oh, no, we did build a road vehicles depot. I knew we built a road vehicles depot, but we haven't built a train vehicles depot yet. So, buses first. Who's gonna be the bus person? 82 bus passengers. I think that's the best that we're gonna get. Also, that's a brand new truck. I'm pretty sure that cement truck didn't exist before. Same with that one. Wowzers. That is an oil tanker. Interesting. All right, I've never actually used oil tankers, but hey ho. I'm sure we can use them. Sure, we can use them this time. Yeah, I mean, I know there's been a whole bunch of extra vehicles added, and you're seeing them right now. But that is very, very cool indeed. Okay, so let's get ourselves a bus. Let's get ourselves a bus. 4 buses? Sure. I mean, 4 buses, that will be 1, 2... Yeah, 1, 2, 3 transportation points. Did we not build a 4th transportation point? Apparently not. So 1, 2, 3. Maybe you get a 4th one up here, honestly. But I think that they all should be within range of at least 1. No. Right, there's still definitely a need for 1 more bus station up here. That's okay. That's exactly why we do this. Is that a regular sized bus platform? It is indeed. So let's keep the consistency going. Okay. Yeah. That is very irritating, actually. It doesn't need to be over there. It needs to be over here somewhere, but I don't think that we're going to have the space to squeeze in a road. However, what we could do, and what we will do, is place the bus station there. Connect it up like so, and then we will slide a path down between these 2 houses. Apparently not. Really? I mean, that gap looks far and away large enough. How many people are staying in that house? 75. I don't really want to demolish that house, to be honest. Alright, well, that throws a slight spanner in the works. Is there any chance that we can maybe get another footpath over here? Yeah, that'll be fine. But that's not the footpath that I want. I would like a footpath right through the center here. Well, that's intensely irritating, and I do feel a little bit cheated out of this nonsense path. I just want to fiddle around for a second longer to see if there is absolutely any way that we can get this path through here. Building is in the way. I mean, doesn't look, honestly, like there is a building in the way. It looks like there is a clear way to get through here, but apparently not. Can I create a walkway through here then? Yeah, I can do that. Can I link this up? So that we can have sort of a thoroughfare for people to get through to the bus station. Yeah, I suppose it'll probably be... fine. Just intensely annoyed by that. That's a very, 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 very annoying development. Okay, that can go there. There's no way that that's going to connect up. It's out with the realm of possibility. Okay, the Soviet engineers, you know, can launch rockets, can launch Yuri Gagarin into space, but they can't connect a path from just beside the cinema to the road next to the cinema. Okay, glorious. That's fine. By the way, I should take this opportunity right now to mention that this is the first video that I'm recording after. We'll unpause and just chat in the meantime. This is the first video that I have recorded after I've done my whole big old channel rebrand and whatnot. The other two The two videos that I had recorded were the first episode of this series and the first episode of the Transport Fever series. Both were recorded before the launch of the channel. Both were recorded without the knowledge of how that would go, and I'm delighted that it's been received so positively. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank absolutely everyone who has said something positive, who has watched the videos, who has supported me on Patreon. It's all very, very much appreciated, and I'm just very grateful. I'm blown away. I've been blown away by the well wishes and the support. It's been delightful. If you haven't, as a matter of fact, actually, if you haven't seen the oh look, everyone's milling around, everyone's working, everyone's waiting to go to work. We should probably give them somewhere to work, but actually we can't do that yet because we don't have the oil refinery finished. I would like to note right now, if you are indeed interested in watching the first episode of the Transport Fever Blitz series, it's something that I have been cooking, shall we say. It's something that I've been cooking in my brain for the last at least 2.5, 3 years. So I'm delighted that I was finally able to transform that idea into a reality. I would encourage you watching it. It's one of the series on my channel that I would say I'm the most proud of. So I'm delighted that it's gone down so well, and I would encourage you, if you haven't already seen it, then you know, why don't you go and watch it? Also, this is the brand new accounting office. I haven't had the opportunity to chat about this as of yet. However, this just gives information around the actual population of the city, and so now we can see that the actual population of Petrograd is 3,335. And of that, not enough accountants and officers to show stats. Okay, so apparently if we drop below the required amount of working bodies in the city hall, then we lose access to that information. All right, that's fine. That's whatever. We've got people waiting at the train station. Oil refinery is almost done, so that's great. Because you cannot set an endpoint for a bus route if you don't have the building completed. Also, we've got 4 buses here. I think we probably want to double that, maybe even triple that. But I'm gonna wait until the oil refinery is done, and then we can set up the routes. Okay, it looks like we are gonna drop below 8 million. That's fine. Okay, grand. Let's get bus routes on the go. Okay, new stop. You can go from here. Just workers. No students, no passengers, workers of any type. And I'd like you to go to there, please. Get out and in. Perfect. You can start. And then you can go from our brand new bus stop. Just workers, once again. And right over there, bish bash bosh, you can start. Okay. And you can go from here to there. Just workers. I don't know why I don't know why a bus would pick up non-workers, but there you go. And finally, you can drive from there to there. Just workers. Perfect. Great. Okay. We still have, as I say, the opportunity and indeed the obligation to provide more buses on these routes. So I'm gonna go and buy as many as I possibly can, actually. Okay, I'm gonna let the 4 initial buses get out of the lot first, and then I will start assigning new buses, new routes. Okay. Great. Okay, so I think let's assign 3 routes, 3 buses to every route. Okay, so you, there, and there. And you can go, and you can go. Perfect. And then we need to get this one, and I'll do to that one and to that one. And that one can go. Great. See, all of this information that I've learned on how to play the game, it's all being used right now to ensure that we have the smoothest experience possible. I want to go from making no money to making loads and loads of money as absolutely swiftly as possible. Okay, and that goes there. Perfect. And then this one can go. We buy one more bus. It appears there. Copy that. That goes there. Perfect. Okay, so now all buses are assigned to one of 4 routes. And there should be at least, well, exactly 3 buses on every route. We've got quite a lot of people. Quite a lot of people waiting at the bus stops. How popular is this bus terminal? At least 100 people. Also, we don't have any schools. This is something that I'm acutely aware of. We do not have a single school. No kindergarten and no sort of primary education. It's not exactly ideal. However, we're going to get schools, we're going to get schools, we're going to get schools, we're going to get schools done by the end of this episode. I don't know why I needed to repeat that 4 times. I just thought it was so important that it needed to be said at least twice. So therefore I obliged. Okay, we've got a bunch of workers. The bus has arrived. Perfect. We're already refining that oil into fuel and bitumen. Perfect. How much have we got in the tank? 64 tons or so? Lovely. All right, great. Well, the bitumen and the fuel is being exported, and we're already off to the races, if you'd like. So, whilst we're still off to the races, let's look at what we can do. Let's get a train depot. I would like to place it somewhere. I should probably place it somewhere that we can access both directions of travel fairly easily. I.e. here. See, all of this experience is all being learned. What the heck was that? Where was that promised road? Also, I need to get a construction office. I think I do have a construction office, actually. I built it somewhere. Did I build a construction office? Maybe I didn't build a construction office, but we do need to get our excavators on the job so that we can actually start having them auto-build. Oh, they've changed this all recently, haven't they? Yeah, construction office. Let's get a construction office. Where would we like construction office? Ideally, I want it to be on the outskirts of town. No reason not to put it over here, I guess. There we go. Get that built. I need to make sure that we keep access for the track to go up through this area. The pylons, of course, can all be redone. It'll be an expensive endeavor, but it'll be worth it. Anyway, the train depot is scheduled to be built. That's perfect. Which direction of travel are these lines? That comes in this way. Okay, so I should probably just set a little reminder to myself. You've got that direction of travel. You've got that direction of travel. Perfect. A little reminder for myself purely so that I can connect up this slightly easier. Okay. What the heck is that? That looks fine. All right, great. Get that all built, and that will be our first. That'll be our first train. Our first train depot, at least. Perfect. And then I should also do something like this. This is going to look very, very untidy, but I actually think that it's worth doing. Too big a climb uphill? Right, pause this and then let's take another crack. How big is the elevation here that you're refusing to build? I guess that is quite large. Quite a large elevation difference. But that's okay. There we go. Looking good. And then that can be one way there. And that can be one way there. That can be... Oh, wrong way. But that's sorted. And then this over here can be just like that. Okay. So, now we've successfully managed to get ourselves what seems to be a master depot. And that depot should be able to deliver trains onto, well, both tracks going in both directions, which is actually quite good. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We are making so much fuel, we are making so much oil that it is actually kind of imperative that we, first of all, get more oil. Oh my goodness, have we maxed out? We're getting close to maxing out our number of workers over here. This is glorious. This is absolutely glorious. I did not expect that things would work this well. What type of train do we want? Well, we're going to need a diesel. We'll get a diesel locomotive. What's the best type of diesel locomotive? 97 kilometers per hour, 100 kilometers per hour. I think this is the best locomotive based on the price. All right, I'll pick it up. Cool. Let's do it. Motor wagon, not a motor wagon. I need a cargo wagon. Yep, I need a cargo wagon, and I need... Ooh. What's the difference? It just carries twice as much. Maximum speed is 30 kilometers per hour. That looks very, very nice. I've never used these before. This is great. This is fantastic news. Okay, anyway, new stop. Let's go right over here. Load 100% of anything. Yes, except I want to wait until loaded. There's no point in running it unnecessarily. Also, the thing that you've got to bear in mind, and the thing that I have completely forgotten to bear in mind, is that we have fuel. And the fuel situation everywhere is pretty bad, actually. Okay, so everyone's about to run out of fuel because I've completely neglected to give people the opportunity to fill up. Okay, yeah, because of course I've never played with fuel before. This is, I mean, public safety announcement, you should never play with fuel under any circumstances. However, I mean completely in the context of this video game. I've never actually used fuel before, so that's kind of nice. Okay, let's get this built as swiftly as possible, please. Okay, hopefully none of the trains end up running out of... none of the... Oh, we're buying fuel in. Don't discard any of the resource. Don't empty this. Purchase resources for rubles. No thanks. No thanks. We do not want to purchase any resources for rubles. We want to supply our own fuel. Can we not supply via pipeline? Do we deliver via goods vehicle? I think we do. Okay, this is very, very cool. Then this gives us an opportunity to chat about how we're going to use... first of all, connect this up, please. That not going to work? I think I've tried this before, actually. Yeah, I have tried this before. And this was a failed endeavor. That's okay. Let's chat about how we want to get oil tankers up and running. Now, I want someone who can carry as much fuel as possible. Is it you? 12 tons of fuel? Do we have any improvements on 12 tons of fuel? You go quite fast. I mean, we can have someone that goes quite slowly, actually. 9 tons, I mean... I feel like this is the right one for us. Yeah, we don't have an articulating lorry, do we? That can carry fuel. It's a bit disappointing. All right, well, we'll get that thing. The CAS 256B cistern. All right, great. Go here. Load 100% of anything. No, only fuel for me. And then deliver it there. Okay, great. So are you going to go and fill up? Aha! This is great. And of course, since all of the buses actually go right past the door of this gas station, then we should have no difficulties filling everyone up with fuel en route. It is perhaps going to be a little bit irritating, at least initially, whilst everyone tries to cram in a fuel stop, but that's not a problem. Anyway, so since I'm on a fuel-filled mission, we might as well get ourselves a diesel station. I think maybe getting ourselves the diesel station somewhere near the somewhere near this area would not be too bad. However, we've also got to keep in mind that it looks like we can actually connect fuel directly up to... We can actually connect the fuel directly up to the fuel up to the diesel station, which is fine. Okay, I've got an idea. I'm going to put a fuel station right over here. This way we can keep it within the realm of the electric substation, which is, you know, in the first instance quite important. Also, maybe we should think about electrification if we're going to be doing all of this diesel nonsense. But I think for now we want to start with the basics and then move it on up. I would like very, very much to have a sort of separate diesel track, so we can have trains who don't need to go to this oil area. They can come around and get refilled with diesel. Right, there we go. And yeah, connect up there. Okay, perfect. And let's have this come out here, right around there, and right up to there. And you can connect up there. Grand. Okay, this is looking pretty darn fancy, if I do say so myself. Okay, let's put a chain signal right here, and then there we go. All right then. All right, get that all built. We're down to 7.5 million. But I'm not stopping now. I'm on a spending spree, and I'm loving it. Okay, bitumen's over there. Fuel is over here. Let's get a fuel connection to this area. Right, perfect. Get that all built. It is absolutely astounding to me every time I build one how expensive pipelines are. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's great. It's just expensive. Just something to consider. How are we doing for fuel over here? We got about 1.2 tons of fuel left. We're going to be making an almost immediate saving once we can start delivering our own fuel. Oh no! I didn't tell you to go. That's a problem. Okay, it looks like we're going to run out of fuel at the gas station. But it's okay. This is a Soviet Republic, so I mean, a little shortage of resources doesn't necessarily signal a problem. It just signals that, you know, it's a regular day in paradise. We all know it's the, you know, the filthy capitalist pigs that have all of the resources that they could possibly want. And I actually think that the fewer resources we have, the better it is for society, right? I mean, hardier population and, you know, better society for everyone, not a greed-filled society. Am I right? Praise glorious leader Potato. Missing oil. Yeah, we are missing oil. Right, have we got any fuel over here? We do indeed. So I don't know how it works, but there is definitely a percentage of fuel which is just stored in the export section of the oil refinery and is not exported to the oil fuel storage. Not quite sure why that is, but it's okay. It doesn't actually matter. Right. The fact that only one vehicle can act at once is intensely irritating. And in fact, it's so irritating that it might even be worth us considering getting, just whilst I'm on an oil-related roll, can we get an oil, like, loading/unloading station? I don't know if we can load oil up from over here, can we? I don't think we can. Aggregate loading, unloading. No, I don't think that there is any way that we can load oil onto trucks quicker, because I don't think that facility is available to us in the oil fuel unloading section. Anyway, it doesn't particularly matter. Let's dispatch the train. I feel that we're in an okay spot right now. You wait until loaded 100% of everything. Yeah, I mean, do we want to load fuel? I think that we do, because we're going to be making so much oil shortly anyway. All right, so load 100% of anything, although it'll just be fuel and bitumen really, because we're not gonna have any facilities for oil transport, not quite yet. And then unload 100% of anything at the large customs house, and that should immediately start us off on a good path. Oh, great. Wonderful. A new vehicle. What a delightful shiny train, eh? Oh, that is cracking. That is absolutely cracking. Look at that model. It is delightful. And also these brand new tankers that it's towing behind it. That's great. I would like to see, does it... I mean, it says that the maximum speed for those carriages is 30 kilometers per hour. The fact that we're already blowing past 70 and now 80 is proof that that is not truly the case. However, it must mean something. Maybe it means carriages fully loaded, you know, have a maximum speed of 30 kilometers per hour. I don't know about that. I would like to fact check that, but no worries. No worries whatsoever. Okay, let's see where it goes. Something that I am slightly concerned about is that in order to get a refill of the get rid of this and approve purchase. Yep. In order to get a refill of diesel, this train is going to have to go up here, refill, then go all the way around, and you know what? We should probably have like a cut across here so that the trains can go round again if they want to. But that, to me, seems like a colossal waste of time. So maybe, just maybe, this is a pretty bad place to put a diesel fill station. I'm just thinking, how can we ensure that the train, once it's left, can go and fill up relatively swiftly? I feel like the answer might be a bit of track. I mean, I don't like this because already we're starting to get a little bit busy. But I feel like the answer might be just a straight old bit of track right through here, and right into there. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm not super worried. We've got money in the tank at the moment. We're in a fine old situation. It just means that any oil tankers can now take a slightly more direct route. Unless there's a more direct route that we can get, like, through here. No, there's infrastructure in the way over there. I don't want to faff around with that. I think we'll just leave that there. All right, let's see where it goes. Is it going to fill up first, or is it going to collect its load? Can I also set a fuel station as a waypoint? I can. Okay, so it might not go fill up unless it's done automatically. So why don't we get it to fill up after... Can I get it to refuel? Alright, I'll see if I can get it to load fuel. Alright, well, we'll give this a shot. See how it works. So you're going to go and fill up with a whole bunch of bitumen and a whole bunch of fuel. And the capacity in this train is 720 tons. The largest capacity that I have ever had access to. So that is a heck of a lot of tons right there. 23 tons of fuel in the gas station. That's great. I think that as we go, we'll just set up individual gas stations, all to be refilled by individual lorries, and we should have absolutely no issues with that. Okay, perfect. I think what we're going to want to try and do, first of all, is rename this area Oilgrad, because of course it's a historic name. And then I think we're going to try and connect up a few extra oil facilities, because we're running out with increasing regularity of oil to process at the oil refinery. So let's get that done as swiftly as possible. If everything could be within the already existing range of our electrical network, then that'd be very, very helpful. Okay. So 3 just like that. And then 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, it's just outside. That was... What a swizz. Okay, let's also get some... Let's also get some pipeline connectors up and running. So, that's deleted for now, but that's fine. If this could be within the network as well, that'd be great. Oh, there's so many wires around here. This is intensely irritating. But I might just manage to cope. Is that pipe going to reach all the way over here? That pipe definitely won't. Overlaps with existing construction. Really? That's fine. Looks good. And then this. How does this overlap with an existing construction? Also, that... Oh, that's been deleted. Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. How is this not working? Also, this is the wrong type of... This is the wrong type of pump station to connect into. Yikes. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, I've made a dog's dinner out of this. In fact, a dog's dinner would be a little bit of an understatement. And in fact... If I was a dog, I would not even accept this as my dinner. That is how shocking this this development has been. Okay, I'm trying to be lazy. That's the problem, right? Is that I'm trying to be lazy and I'm trying to. I can't change this this flow around, can I? Ugh, that's irritating. Okay, so this is the nearest pumping station that we've got that everything is sort of consolidated into. Okay. Let's consolidate these guys over here. Okay, we'll try a different tact. Okay, that goes there. Should we see if we can try and fit another oil refinery in over here? Oh, the vein is rubbish over here. But, you know what? Might as well. If we're in the area, we can do it. Okay, great. So, then, we're going to want to get a consolidator station here. Right? Consolidate there. In fact, you know what? Let's future-proof this. Let's actually think intelligently about how we're going to make this happen. Okay, that there. And then... Yeah, that there like this. Okay, so basically, here's the plan. We're not going to have to demolish anything in the future. We're going to have a whole bunch of central pumping stations that we can just connect future pumping stations to. So, for example, we can take this pipeline right here and connect it to that pumping station input right over there, which is great. And then it also means that we can do the exact same with this system as well. Bam! This is such a good idea. This is such a fantastic idea. Okay, apart from the fact that sometimes it's not great about the whole overlapping construction thing. Yeah, that's I mean, it's a real buzzkill, honestly. Okay. There must be a way forward. Oh, we're so close to finding a way through. Oh. Come on. Ooh, it's close. It's close. It's close. It's close. Take that back over there. See if we can finagle a way out this way. And down that way. Bam. Just like that. Okay, grand. Okay, so we've got a consolidation station. Consolidation station. I like that term. I like that term a heck of a lot. consolidation station right over here. Consolidation station right over here. That's going to get repositioned. Do we want to... I mean, let's have a little look to see if we can build any more oil refineries. I know it might... Oh, I really want to build. I really want to build on this water like we did in the last playthrough, although I know how much of a faff it actually is. So I'm going to postpone doing that for now. What I'm not going to postpone doing is I'm going to put a substation. I'm going to put a substation right over here. Right, I'm going to put a substation right there. I'm going to connect up the wires, but I'm going to connect up the wires after we place down a couple of extra pump jacks. Or oil rigs, whatever the heck they're referred to as in this game. Right, so that goes there. Let's get... I don't know why the pumping stations are only in the infrastructure section, but there you go, I guess. Right, which direction are these arrows going in? Alright, that goes there. Great. Might even want to get another one right over there. And so like a similar sort of pattern, we have a connection full of pumping stations, and then we just connect up as we go. This is an actual strategy. This is a genuine strategy for doing oil from now on. I'm actually really happy that I've managed to come up with this system on the fly. If you're looking for some oil-related consultation, please do let me know. I'm pretty happy with this system that I've devised. I'd be willing to license this. I'd be willing to license this out. All right, that there, and I don't think we really want to go any further. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there for now. All right, pipeline up, perfect. Pipeline up over there, pipeline up over there, and that way everything should be connected. There's not a good... Oh, there actually is a good source over here, but we just need to wait until that building has been demolished, but there's no point in waiting. Might as well just go for it now, sure. Yeah, because this building has already been queued up for demolition, and I can't click on it. Okay, that's grand. Let's get a little... I say little. Let's get a medium voltage wire to connect up this... substation over here. I feel like I'm a new man, honestly. After the channel rebrand, the brand new series, it feels like I am on such a roll. Look at that. Okay, it's not exactly the same as old Oilgrad, but it's not bad. I'm pretty satisfied with how this is looking. It's looking pretty good, in fact. All right, unpause and have a little look over here, see what's going on. All right, that did cost a pretty penny. That cost $200,000, but that's fine. How does that put our oil situation? Probably actually not much better than it was before. We still have a lot of oil demand. We do have a lot of oil demand. 23,000. Okay, let's I don't really want to send you to the middle of nowhere. I don't want to send you to the middle of nowhere with just half a load of stuff. And similarly, I don't really want to start doing other projects that don't involve an oil refinery until we've got our cash situation under lock and key, for want of a better phrase. Because I really would like that. I really would like to get that sorted. Also, let's buy a bulldozer. Buy 2 bulldozers, buy 2 excavators. Most expensive excavator, sure. 2 excavators, 2 bulldozers. That should give us... also a roller. I don't actually know if a roller is required for flattening, but sure. A paver. Oh my goodness, that is a brand new tool if ever I saw one. We'll take some rollers. I don't think that rollers are actually required in just like basic land terrain sculpting, but you know, better safe than sorry, I suppose, and it's not exactly like we are short on money, and we're eventually going to need it anyway, so I'm not super worried about that. What I am a little bit concerned about is that we're just not getting enough oil. we're just not getting enough oil coming through here. 0.5 tons of oil. 0.86 tons of oil. Transported per second. I mean, there's a bit of oil, but the speed at which we're processing it is, I mean, quite phenomenal, actually. In fact, it's really good. It's really, really good. I don't want to offer the impression that it's not good. However, it's not great, and it could be better. I'm gonna get a construction office over here as well. Right, I'm gonna get a construction office over here, primarily because I would like to flatten this land. I did just say that I didn't want to do it. However, I think that we need to. The sheer speed at which we have seemingly been consuming oil is remarkable, actually. Right. Great. But it's okay, because we've got loads of consolidation stations, and I'm sure that we'll be absolutely fine. I'm kind of delighted that water physics don't work as they actually should in this game, because if they did, then, I mean, I'm just saying that we would be in big trouble, because we'd probably end up flooding something. I mean, I'd obviously try not to flood something, but sometimes floods are truly inevitable. Okay, let's see if we can just try and close up some of this water. I feel that this might be a bit more of a long-term job than I have originally suspected. 2 bulldozers. Maybe if I increase the number of bulldozers. I think that it's... You can always sell them for... I think you can actually sell... Oh, apparently increasing the number of bulldozers does make a difference. Alright, well, we're absolutely steaming ahead now. Alright, well, this is fantastic. Oh my goodness me. Can I... Okay, you know what? This is becoming an experiment. An experiment? This is becoming an opportunity to experiment. Okay, get that built. Get the... In fact, no, I'm not going to sell the diggers just in case I need them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a whole bunch more bulldozers. There we go. All of the bulldozers in the Soviet Republic must report to me. Okay, is this going to use them all? I don't think it uses them all. I think it's only going to use the bulldozers from one construction office. But that's no matter. Oh my goodness, I love this. It's like raising land in the sea, except it's a lake and we're not really near the sea. Alright, grand. Well, I think that might be just about enough space to work with. In fact, you know, terrain modification around the edge of the lake is much easier. As indeed it would be. Okay. Close that up. This is looking perfect. This is looking absolutely delightful. All right, let's skip forward to morning, and then let's start doing some more rigging, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna do more electric substations in time, but for now, let's just... Can't build this on the water. Why? Is there water right there? I was under the impression that I had eliminated at least enough of the water to... to make sure that we could build stuff. Okay, apparently not. Do we need to raise the height a little bit? Raise the roof, so to speak? All right, here's a little tip. Raise the center, and then do a level terrain from center, and then it's all the bulldozers that do the work. Top tip for you there. Okay, we might have just not raised the ground enough. Also, think of all of the savings. Think of all of the savings that we've made by building our own construction office or two nearby. All right, give that a bosh. That is looking much, much better. That over there. That over there. That over there. Water is still prohibiting construction over here, but that's not a problem. All right. I don't really want to terraform this this last bit because it's just going to take far too long. There we go. Looks like that'll work. Okay, it will not work over here. Just a little higher though, and I think we'll be out of the woods. There we go. Alrighty then. Wow, these bulldozers have worked absolutely overtime. They all deserve a bonus. Maybe an extra bottle of Russia's finest vodka. No, that's probably too generous. Imagine if we were giving out bottles of Russia's finest vodka for people who did their job. We would have no discipline. No discipline whatsoever, I tell you. Okay, that is very, very similar to the last layout that we had in the last series, which is good. I was pretty happy with the layout of the last series, actually. So if we can try and emulate that to some degree, that'd be pretty good. All right. I think that is just about what we're after. Medium voltage switch. I would like a medium voltage switch here because we're going to need to take this down to here and to there. All right, grand. Let's get that all built up. Then we need to go through the regular rigmarole of consolidation stations, or pumping stations as they are now being referred to. We're going to go for the sort of standard method that I have now devised, which I've got to say I really like. I really, really like it. The whole point is that you have a nice central column of pumping stations that link up, and that just works. It just works. And you just link up the pumps en route. I mean, admittedly, it is a little expensive, but it's whatever. You know, we got the money, we got the cash, we can do it. Okay. Are you missing something? What's wrong? Okay, one more maybe. Back there. Okay, great. Let's get that all built up. Perfect. And fund all of this. 86,000 rubles, $120,000. Ah, this stuff has not been assigned construction. This is somewhat of an annoyance, I gotta be honest, but it's okay. We'll go through and deal with that in a second. I'd like to get pipelines sorted for now, so that pumping stations can sort themselves out. There we go, and there we go, down into there. I think we might need to introduce one more pumping station over here. Is this in range of electrical currents and whatnot? And also, why is the... Ah, yes, that hasn't been built yet because it wasn't funded properly. And Neither have you been, and neither has the other one that I was supposed to build right there. That should make it a heck of a lot easier. Okay. Great. Maybe we don't need to any more pumping stations, actually. There we go. Perfect. I think that is... I think that is it, actually. Yeah, I think that is it. Too long? What about over here? Too long. Oh, just a smidgen too long for this last pumping station that we were hopefully going to try and fit in, but that's fine. Okay. Stick that down there. And that there. That there. Okay. Great. So, with that, let's just make sure that absolutely everything has been built. This is going to cost us a pretty penny. However, once we get this sorted, we sort our finances. And once we've sorted our finances, I'm quite optimistic that for the entirety of this series, we will at least have sort of a solid financial basis with which to do whatever the heck we want. I mean, I'm saying that relatively optimistically. I'm not certain that it's going to be as simple as that. Also, I'm seeing some oil rigs that I haven't connected up yet. I don't want to say it fills me with dread, but it's just a little bit of an annoyance. Okay. Over here. Over here. Almost there. How many tons of resources are we moving per second now? 0.82 tons? Should really be more than that, I think. .4 tons? 1.04 tons even? It's not bad going. Okay, these guys are all pumping. That's all working. Okay, so it's just these 3 pumps that we've got. Sorry, these 4 pumps that we've got to connect up. Oh, that's intensely irritating. And the reason that it's intensely irritating is because we've got to place another pump. But that's fine. There we go. Okay, with that, that should be absolutely everything. I don't think that we've got anyone who's not pumping. Cannot export oil. Okay, we do in fact have someone that's not pumping. Why are you not pumping? There is no input connection. Is that something to do with... What? Is there no connection? Okay, this is a peculiar one. It looks like it's all connected. It absolutely looks all fine to me. Alright, let's try and do this sort of a little bit more manually. Alright, connect that up there. Does that work? That looks absolutely champion. And that should mean that everyone will subsequently start pumping. You're pumping fine. You're pumping fine. I'm just checking to make sure that there's absolutely no backlogs anywhere we look. No backlogs over there. No backlogs over there. If there's no backlogs, then that, for the most part, means that we've set up a pretty darn good system. Like this, actually, I think that we've managed to squeeze in even more pumping jacks than we had in the old oil grad. And if you have a little look at our amount of oil, you can probably see that we're now utilizing round about 50% of the production percentage. So that's actually not too bad. I don't think that this train has gone on its first trip to the border yet, but it's getting quite close. And when it does, it's going to be taking, well, a heck of a lot of resources. I don't quite understand why it doesn't fill up with the extra fuel that we've got in the oil fuel storage. However, there's not much that I can really do about that. So there you go. But this is great. This is looking really, really good. I'm pretty happy with the system that we've got in place. We've got workers arriving in their thousands, actually. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of workers. We've got a fuel station which is fully fueled and ready to go. And I think that going forward, we're just going to set up lots of little fuel stations everywhere and just and have them all feed into that oil refinery. Yeah, this is really, really good. This is very, very good. I am pretty darn happy with this. Look at this. We're consuming a whole bunch of oil. We're not bringing in as much oil as we need to satisfy the demand, although we must be pretty darn close with the amount of oil that we're moving at the moment. We're not sending anything right now? That seems wrong. Anyway, hopefully, this will all be totally fine and we won't have any issues. The slight problem is that the more oil we pump, the more it costs in electricity. However, in saying that, it's absolutely worth us importing our electricity to Oilgrad in order to power the pumping jacks and therefore make money. We've still got another 6.5 million, give or take, to turn into more money-making enterprises. And oil is just the first of many that is going to result in us having a heck of a lot of dollars in the bank, and also a heck of a lot of rubles in the bank. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty darn good. This train is very, very close to being full. And you know what? I suspect that in the next episode, we are going to see that train depart for the customs house and return with cash instead of oil, or fuel and bitumen, should I say. The other thing that we're going to need to keep in mind is that on the journey from Potatograd to the customs house at the border, which is a very, very long one, in fact, all the way along here, all the way to Padonin, we're gonna be producing a heck of a lot of oil, so a heck of a lot of fuel. We're gonna be producing a heck of a lot of fuel whilst the train is away. So I highly suspect that by the time the train returns to the customs house, it's going to be almost ready to take another full load. If we can get away with just having one train that goes between the refinery and the customs house, I think that would be the best case scenario. But I don't know if we're going to have to introduce another one at a later point. We've certainly got the capacity to introduce another one at a later point, but for now we don't. Also, I should probably use a appropriate signal here, and there, just to make sure that we can have, another entrance point to the oil unloading / loading station. Anyway, comrades, I'm going to finish this episode up here, because I think that we have gotten to a pretty conclusive point. A pretty conclusive point indeed. Hopefully, at the start of the next episode, we should start to see a whole bunch of money arriving in our coffers. However, I'm not actually certain that we're going to be able to produce enough oil in Oilgrad to use the refinery to its fullest extent. So we may actually have to go searching further afield for some more oil. However, I don't think that we're going to be doing that in the next episode. I think that at the moment we're going to be making enough oil to make a consistently large amount of money, but we need to go on the search for something else to do. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we could do. We could start producing grain, we could start producing meat, we could start producing electronics. I'd like to hear what you think we should do. In addition to leaving me your guesstimations of how much we were going to spend at the start of the episode, please let me know what you think we should do in the next episode. Grain is an important feature, electronics, steel production, power production. The list is endless. Let me know what you think we should do down in the comments down below. Also, just like to reiterate my my sincere gratitude for everyone who has wished me well over the course of the past couple of days. The transition from the old way of doing things to the new way of doing things, Things are still a little bit wonky, but you know what? We're going to get there. We're going to get there together. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. I've been Open Potato. I'll see you next time. Bye.